Morning everyone, it is a lovely Wednesday. I've got to go down to the post office, got a whole load of goodies there, but I've also got some haul stuff. There's a stereo in there, a few bits and bobs over here. What else we got? So I'm going to go through all this when I get back. Another parcel to go there. And look, Action Man and Hornby, can't be bad. There's a whole load of stuff in the car as well. So when I get back from the post office, I'm going to start going through it all. Let's go through the tap pile. Right, first off, I just want to say thanks to Maria, who gave me some discs to hopefully make up a rolled dial set. Also got a good tip as well in the comments on my last video. Someone was saying, if you do get one of those tins and it hasn't got all the discs, you can sell the individual stories for like around about a £5. Right, let's crack on here then. First thing I got was a freebie. Look at that, a Zelda game, fantastic. It's just the case. Whoop, dropped it. So yeah, a couple of empty DS cases, and they said, yeah, you can have those if you want. So very pleased with that. Always nice to get a freebie. Pair of Adidas, strange colour. Looks a little bit like, you know, if you want to be a camel, if you're doing camel fancy dress, but great condition. They wanted 10, I offered 5. They said 8, I gave them 7. So there we go. So I'm sure I'll 15 to 20 on that. We're starting cheap and getting more expensive. I got this because I just wanted to watch it, really. And this is one of those ones where I got it off a van, which I know do charge sometimes ridiculous amounts of money. So I decided my own price and gave him £1 rather than wait for him to say it was like a £5 or something. So that was £1. A few items here. All those 3 items were... I picked this up first and he said £3 on that. And then I just got the other 2 and said, well, I'll give you the £5 for all of them. I don't normally offer prices up, but you know, £5 for that is all right. What else have we got? Down here, I've absolutely filled the room. So it's a CD and mini disc Sony system. This is off a guy who does a lot of audio. Stall is full of audio, so obviously goes around hoovering it up, and then I imagine takes it home and sells on what doesn't work. I was a little bit worried that might be, you know, unique leads and plugs in the back, but it's not. I can plug it in and plug a speaker directly in. So I've bought that in my mind with it not working. I offered a tenner. He said he'd paid 15 and really wanted 15, and it's kind of like not my problem what he's paid if he's paid 15 and he's regretting it. But in the end I got it for 13 because it could be that it's just the eject on the mini disc and it needs a new band, which is easy for me to do, a new drive belt, and even if I can't fix it, I think selling that for parts is probably around about 25 plus anyway. Let's go over here. F&M basket, Fortnum & Mason, kind of like small to medium size. So it's got a little bit of damage here, but yeah, I think that should be okay. That was a tenner, which again I think he wanted 15, but you know, that's too much. And over here there was a guy who's just got this off his van. I thought, oh, that looks nice, really nice, you know, need to clean up. But sold a few deck chairs last year, first time I'd done it, and a lounger as well, and they'd all done fairly well. He wanted a £5 for that, so can't argue with that. But strangely, he had this as well, and he wanted a tenner for that. And I was like, hey, you know, it just didn't make sense to me. If it'd been the other way round, it made more sense. But he was going on about, oh yeah, this is vintage, this is original. And I said, yeah, it's vintage. Trouble is, it's not worth very much money. And I mean, I don't know, but no, my vibe is an Etch-a-Sketch on eBay isn't worth that much money. I mean, it is in its box, which is good. It has got, you know, the bits and bobs with it. I don't know whether it works, but you know, buying it for a tenner at a boot fair is a little bit ridiculous. I had in my mind like maybe a couple of quid. In the end, I got the two of them for £10. So, £5 each. Let's go. Right, we're building up now. Last few items. So this and the Lego. The Lego is a real almost fell over. A real vintage set. And I've got loads and loads of Lego spares and parts. So this needs sorting out. But I think I'm going to be able to get the full kit on this. It looks pretty empty there, but all the major bits are here. And if we've got a lot of the stickers on there as well, which is good. And if there's bricks missing, I'm sure I'll have them. It has got the instructions as well under there, which is also a bonus. So it looks in a bit of a state at the moment, but I think I should be able to get that looking presentable. And I bought that with this as well, which is just, I've never had one of those, but it looks like an early 70s kind of keyboard, maybe mid 70s. So I actually saw the guy I bought this off. I saw him buying it at the boot fair. It was one of those I've just missed out. He was trying to get the two for a tenner, and he ended up paying 13. When I saw him, because he is the sort of guy who buys stuff and flips it quite quickly, and I sort of said, "How much do you want for them, for the two?" And he said 35, which I wasn't going to do. And I gave him 20. I kind of thought that was fair. I think I should get more than a tenner each for each of them, so I should easily double my money. This one might be a lot more. It may well surprise me. Even that one might surprise me. Not too sure. So £20 for both of those. Hoping to double my money on that. I mean, I think I am buying. I used to love going to the boot fair and getting like things for a couple of quid and selling them for like 40, 50, 60, 70, as everyone does. I seem to be doing a lot more volume now, but maybe sort of doubling 3 times, 4 times my money. So it seems to be more consistent, but less on the profit. And talking of that, I still have my eye on profit because, as everyone knows, turnover is sort of vanity, profit is sanity sort of thing. So I don't buy stuff just to do a load of work and then not make any money on it. I do have to make money on it. So this last one was the biggest purchase of the day. So we've got a Hornby mainline steam. I looked this up, sold on eBay. There's one on there for 135. All this stuff, so it's all of the Hornby, and there's Bachmann as well. There's 2 vintage Action Men, which are 60s. They're pre-fuzzy head. There's a load of kind of cowboy and Indian stuff. There's a few Action Man accessories. Going through this, so there's track, which I don't imagine is great, but it may be. There is a couple of engines. So I think I looked on one of these and knew it was about 40 quid. Yeah, it was this one, 44 quid. I knew. And then a lot of this stuff is carriages, which I've had Bachmann carriages before. They're not huge amounts, but I mean, I think from memory we might be looking at like about a tenner each. And there's, loads of it, basically. And then there's these 2 just kind of models at the bottom here. So it was off a guy who is, he's a seller who's been selling for years and years and years, and he's got a shop locally. He does auctions, so he kind of like knows his stuff. I don't tend to get a lot of stuff off him because the stuff he has isn't normally my thing. And also these prices are sometimes a little bit sort of like strong, although sometimes you do get the odd bargain off him. Anyway, he said he bought this. I think he bought it at his own auction because obviously he picks up stuff there. And when I was sort of like looking at it, he goes, "Well, you give me a price," which I hate. I hate doing that. Normally my stock answer to that is £1 or 50p, but I thought it'd be a bit ridiculous if I said that for this lot. So I didn't want to look a complete idiot, but I didn't want to give him like a huge amount that it's not worth. So I said, I was looking at this. I'd look that up. I was kind of like thinking maybe tenner each for each of these packs. 30 plus on the Action Men. I don't know about these Cowboys and Indians. Got no idea on that. Maybe 30 for the accessories. I offered him 100, and I knew that was going to be too low. He said he'd bought it at auction and he'd paid 180 for it. And again, it's not really my problem what he's paid, but kind of looking at it, I did think there's money in it. So when he said that, I said, well, I'll give you 180. I was kind of thinking, well, if you think you've overpaid, at least it gets rid of your mistake. But he wanted to make some money out of it, and he wanted 190. So we dealt on 190. 190 is a lot of money, but there is a lot of stuff here. Kind of when I'm paying that amount and I'm looking at it, I'm in my head I've got to be making like over 400 on this, and then that's only sort of like doubling your money. And obviously I want to be making more. So that is where I'm at with this. Let me know in the comments if you think that's too much. Obviously I would have liked to have paid less, but I think I got it as low as it was going to be. I did say to him, well, I'll give you 180, and if it sells for a huge amount more, I'll come down your shop and give you a tenner. But he wasn't having that. Anyway, that's the big one for the day. £190. Look at this. It's like, this is like just to go through this. You've got 2 Indians there, a couple of Cowboys, and this. I mean, this might be some real rare thing. I don't know. Got no idea at all. There's some like dogs in there, which I think are part of this set. So I'm going to Google search that and see where we go on that. But stuff like this, I think, will be, even the leaflets will be worth money. We will see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm probably going to get a lot of people saying, why have you bought all that junk for £190? But when people tend to do that and put those sorts of comments in, I always end up selling what I bought for huge amounts of money. So yeah, put that in. Anyway, take care for now, and I'll see you soon.